the Clippers starting five. We've got Patrick Beverley. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the two-guard spot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony. And it's Nurkic in at the five. Now here's Beverley. To the middle and stolen by Ariza. Here's Lillard. Morris with the rebound. On offense, here are the Clippers. Good. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Here's Leonard after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. And here we go. Kept alive. Paul George with the steal. Outside Leonard. Pass to Beverley. Out to Morris. Right side George. Just 5 to shoot. Nailed from three-point land. George has got 5.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Nurkic. Lillard from outside. A second chance effort. Ariza kicks to McCollum. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverley. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Williams passes to Leonard. He's looking for Harrell and finds him. Back to Leonard. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Whiteside, good.
Good effort and energy by Whiteside. That time taking advantage of his size and strength.
It's George on the wing. Harrell kicks to George. Shoots the three. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 3. Back to Anthony. Jacks up a 3. Whiteside. And Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
They're fortunate the defender couldn't control it. Almost lost that possession.
A different look now for Portland. Zach Collins checked in for Anthony. Little comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Hood subbed in for McCollum. And then for Los Angeles, Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. Here's Williams. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Because of his size, everyone tries to get physical with Lou, but he pays it no mind.
Hood for 3. Good on the triple. It's a tie ball game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Jackson against Collins. Now, here's Shamet. Tight defense on him. Jackson has the open look, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Nice retort by Reggie Jackson. He's one of those guys you don't want to let him get hot.
Little passes to Hood. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Trent. Shamet with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential and one.
The Clippers shooting their first foul shot of the night. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the inside. 1 second left. And the rejection by Collins. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And thanks to... Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked to...
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Patrick Beverley out there with Jackson. Then there's Harrell. Then it's JaMychal Green. And it's Shamet in at the 3 spot.
And what quickness out on the break from Hood, just eating up the hardwood with his speed.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Green finds Jackson. Lets the 3 fly. That shot no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
And that one drops for him.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Lillard. From the arc. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
And stolen by Hood. Fast break. Here we go. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Little. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers. Beverley the pass to Harrell. Back to Jackson. And there's the pass to Shamet. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Harrell kicks to Jackson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And Portland with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Morris comes in for JaMychal Green. Leonard, he's checked in for Jackson. And George is subbed in for Patrick Beverley.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Morris, left side. This one for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising, it's such a tight game. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
A 3 from Morris. The putback, it's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Ariza goes in. Here's Whiteside. And no good. Good work defensively by Morris. To the paint. Here's Leonard. Out to Morris. Passes it to Zubac. Back to Morris. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Fires the three. Trent can't hit.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's off the back rim. No good. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Leonard with the steal. Morris passes to Zubac. Inside. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Be careful. Whiteside is the ultimate rim protector.
And it's Shamet with the rebound. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
30 seconds left in the second quarter. Back to George. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. 6 to shoot. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Portland's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Anthony dishes to Whiteside. And he converts the layup. Whiteside's got his third basket of the night. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm ready. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They lead by 1 point. Kenny, give us your... And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the 3 shot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Ariza against Morris. He dishes it to Beverly. Back to Morris. Off his foot. Kick. And it's being called a kickball. A 3 from Leonard. Sinks the three-pointer. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
Feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch-and-shoot game.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Williams against Nurkic. Taken away by Anthony. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Misses the three. The Clippers trail. Outside Leonard. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Clippers now. Over in the corner, Beverly. There's the triple. Not going to go that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Right wing. From deep. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Beverly the pass to Williams. Clippers moving the ball around. Down low, Morris finds Harrell, and he gets the bucket. Harrell's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Misses the layup.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Out to Morris. Back to Harrell. On the wing, Morris for 3. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Harrell. Back to Morris. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Great D that time from Harrell.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Portland leading. And here's Little. Nurkic lays it up off the glass. Nurkic has got 8 points.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points. Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And here's the fast break. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Harrell. Leonard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
The kick out to Williams. His 3-pointers off the mark. Portland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from 3-point land in the second half. McCollum finds Nurkic. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now a 3-point Portland lead.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Inside. The kick out to Williams. There's the dish to Harrell. Stolen by McCollum. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Trailblazers up by 3. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
3 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Jermichael Green is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. Zubac kicks to George. Zubac the pass to George. Shot clock at 5 to the inside. Zubac trying to break loose. And George gets it to go.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Here's Simons. Hits it from three-point range. Simons has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And George kicks to Jackson. From deep. Offensive rebound. Trailblazers leading by 4. Hood for 3. There's the 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Whiteside inside, working on Zubac. So for the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Collins. Reza comes in for Rodney Hood, and Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Morris is checked in. Nobody near George. Here's Zubac. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even.
Huge play on the offensive glass there to get more second chance points. He's only getting more physical as this game wears on.
You know what? That was perfect timing on that possession. Huge play in the game. They needed those points right now.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And that one's good. Shamet.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside for George. To the middle. Zubac, that's good. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And he knocks down the first one. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Whiteside. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Reggie Jackson.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Here's Trent. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Trent. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Trent's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice awareness there. Finding the open man down the court on the break.
On the wing, George. Pass to Williams. Here's Zubac. In the corner, George with it. Zubac in the post. Reza covering. The Clippers again turning it over. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. The lead is 2. And the second chance effort by McCollum.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
1:09 left to play in the final quarter. Lillard with it. George picks him up. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Williams passes to Leonard. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Lillard. And the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Ariza outside. The pass to Lillard. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Trailblazers keep it alive. And the rejection by Zubats. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job. And with tip-off coming.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
It does indeed. Thanks, David. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. Morris kicks to George. Morris looking over the floor. Down low. Clock at 4. Zubac finds Beverley.
oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverley rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverley is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
High post, Zubac. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Irving. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Zubac, that's good.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
Outside, KD. Back to Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Beverley. Count that one.
That's a pretty impressive finish for Montrezl Harrell.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Irving. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Doesn't go for him. George with the defensive effort. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the left side wing. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris against Allen. 5 on the clock. Morris passes to Zubac. And Durant sends it back.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Harris subbed in for Dinwiddie. The Clippers also changing it up. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Harrell finds Shamet. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. A nice shot by George. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful. He's a good shooter from mid-range.
Luwawu is checked in for Durant. The Clippers also changing it up. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Paul George. Stolen by Jackson. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark. And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
Here's Green, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Here's Shamet. It's tipped. Harris finds Prince. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
Prince is such a tough player out there, does not mind the bump.
The pass to Green. Dishes it to Williams. And Jordan sends it back. Here's Luau. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Jordan dishes to Irving. Shot from free throw range. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Jackson kicks to Williams. Here's Harrell. No good on the shot. Good D by Jordan. First trip to the line for him here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Well, the adventure begins when DeAndre gets to the line, but I think he's wanting to work hard on his free throws, so it's not a substitution in the last 2 minutes of a game. He wants to get confident stepping up and knocking them down.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Williams. Jermichael Green is out there with Harrell. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Jackson in at the guard position. To the inside. And stolen by Jordan.
You could stay active on defense. Good things usually happen. Right there, quick hands helped alter what would have been a sure two there.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
Harrell finds Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. Green against Allen. Right side Green, outside Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Excellent D there from Allen.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And the rejection by Harrell. And Luau Cabarro is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kevin Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Jermichael Green. And George is subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
Now, Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
LeVert the pass to Luau. Second shot opportunity. Allen. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Morris. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Morris has got it all tied up now for the Clippers. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And that one, good. And the Nets lead by 2.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Zubac finds Leonard. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. It's good. Morris has got his second basket of the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
To the paint. Here's Luwawu. Keeps it alive. And staying with the play, Allen.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 6.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Durant with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's LeVert. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's George. It's deflected. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Ooh, that play was nasty. Durant showing how aggressive he can really be.
Outside, George. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by George. Morris has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. 59 seconds left in the first half. It's Durant on the wing. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And the claw at work. Just one reason why he's always a threat to lead the league in steals. Jump starts the fast break there.
Allen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Durant. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. Shamet kicks to Jackson. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. 30 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Harrell. No good off the front iron. Nets have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Jordan finds Harris. Back to Jordan. Kicks it out to Prince. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Prince has got the game tied up here for the Nets.
You got to put a body on Prince. He likes to stay active out there and sniffs that one out.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
The Clippers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And both free throws good for Lou Williams.
Well, whether Lou Williams is starting or more than likely coming off the bench, he's such a high-quality role player, someone that can heat up in a hurry and make the difference on those nights during a regular season where you could tally up 6.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 10 points and 1 rebound. Thanks for joining.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And then Allen slams it in.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Greg, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams. Here's LeVert. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists in the game. Leonard attacking. Morris kicks to George. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Zubac's the pass to Leonard. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Durant. And the rejection by Zubac.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he plays.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And then for Los Angeles, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Morris. Andrew Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Here's Green. Now, here's Shamet. He's tightly guarded. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. Here's Green. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Green's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
He's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
For Brooklyn, they had shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Prince with it. Williams picks him up. That one goes. Count it. Now it's a 5-point Nets lead.
Taurean Prince had his eyes on the rim the whole way there. Love how aggressive he was there on that drive.
And here's Green outside. They get it back. Knocked away. It's stolen by Harris. Here's Prince. That one goes in. Prince has got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
KD against Green. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. Both free throws good from Green. Nets leading by 5. The drive by Jordan. Off on the layup.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Nets have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Man, there are not many times where DJ does not just rip that rim down.
Green and Durant sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. Clippers trail by 5. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
Irving's shot is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Clippers shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. The shot's good from Jordan.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And Los Angeles guys shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Shamet up top, guarded by Prince. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Harrell.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Harrell is out there with Morris, and it's Leonard in at the small forward.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
And there it is for him.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Here's Harrell. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Chalk up 2 there.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Here's Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Dinwiddie. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Nets lead by 5.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Leonard.
Too much.
Look at that.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Here's Allen. Another shot. And the layup is up and in.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Now, what a game by Leonard, but you wouldn't know it by the way he's reacting out there. Just stone-faced, but getting the job done.
Inside, Allen. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Allen's got 4 points this quarter.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Williams kicks to Leonard. The dish now to Harrell. The kick out to Williams. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 7 rebounds in the game. Leonard with the steal. Here's Beverly. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Beverly excellent at getting a bucket when the team needs it, stepping up that time.
Irving against Beverly. Harris passes to Dinwiddie. Here's Irving. And the rejection by Leonard. Allen, that's good.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Karis LeVert's checked in for Joe Harris. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Harrell, and George is subbed in for Lou Williams. And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And Brooklyn making a change here. Durant's checked in. Here's Irving. Makes good on the step-back jumper. And now a 7-point Nets lead.
Kyrie, such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition. Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
High post, KD. Morris is there. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Beverly with the ball. Bucket is good. Now it's just a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
Now, this is something that you really want Pat Beverly to improve upon when he's distributing the ball. He's making everybody better.
Free throw line jump shot. Misses off the left iron.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
George finds Leonard. LeVert grabs the miss. And Brooklyn turns it over again.
Man, the score being this close, you have to retain possession of the ball. You just can't give it away like that.
Clippers have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Here's Leonard. He kicks it to Morris. Back to Leonard to tie it up. That one misses. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. We can probably expect to see them slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Back to Beverly. With the shot. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
It counts.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And here's George for three. No good from three-point territory. Morris outside. Back to George. From deep three-point range, misses the tray. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting five. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for DA.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Here are the five for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Here's Zubac. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
And good that time.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Pass to Powell. Doncic against Beverly. Doncic, no good.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Porzingis with the block.
This guy's showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. The pass to Hardaway. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Doncic with the steal. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Passes to Finney Smith. Out to Doncic. Count it.
You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
Now, here's George. And that one's good. Beverly.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Shoots from the right block. Powell trying to free himself up. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Curry's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Wright. Back to Curry for the 3. Buries it from three-point range.
Look at how composed Steph Curry is beyond the arc. Takes a shot like that and knows it's going in.
Can they get it? And it's Shamet missing. And it's Wright with the ball for Dallas. It's a 5-point game. Brunson, no good. 1:07 left in the first quarter. And Montrezl Harrell, a fiery competitor, plays the game, Doris, with a lot of emotion.
He does, Kevin. You think about his time playing in Houston, he struggled a little bit. He stewed on the bench, got a reputation as a little bit of a hothead. But look what happens in a new system in LA. The chemistry with Lou Williams. He settles him down a little bit. This city and this organization and his teammates have brought out the best in him.
It's Curry outside. No good there. And the Clippers will come the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Jackson misses. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Wright with it. Guarded now by Jackson. That's a 2 from Powell. Dallas no good that time either. Clippers trail by 5. Shamet finds Harrell. Back to Shamet. Knocks it loose. Now here's Curry from deep. They get it again. The putback, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Just
that's where I put really a lot of passion.
Greg, I know you agree. Few guys bring his brand of intensity.
And he's added skills. He's a threat to score on the blocks. He passes out of double teams. Harrell's one of the more improved players over the last few years.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
We've got Jalen Brunson. Wright is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Curry in at the 2 guard. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Green. Mavericks leading by 8. Here's Brunson. Right down low. He's covered by Shamet. Back to Wright. Looking for Cauley-Stein. He gets it there. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
And Cauley-Stein has drawn comparisons to Tyson Chandler due to his length and athleticism. It's important he continues to get better.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Wright. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Clippers trail by 8. George dishes to Leonard. Williams passes to Leonard. George looking over the floor. To the paint. Jackson finds Harrell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Leonard from 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And Doncic gets it to go.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting. But there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
Jackson passes to Williams. But they'll get another chance. Harrell kicks to Williams, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Yeah, it's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Marcus Morris is checked in for Lou Williams. Here's Doncic. Dallas again missing. Clippers trail by 7.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
It's rebounded by Dallas. They've led by as much as 10. George against Hardaway. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. Cauley-Stein finds Hardaway. Now Cauley-Stein. No dice from 9 feet out. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. Tries again. Out to Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. On the wing, Doncic. To the wing on the left. Cauley-Stein with it. Guarded now by Morris. Leonard dishes to Hill. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Porzingis.
The Harrell is not going to back down. Hangs tough and finds his shot opportunity. Gets to the foul line.
The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. White, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Hardaway for 3. Brunson kicks to right. Powell down low. Working on Zubac. Powell, that's good.
You have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
Here's Kleber. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
It's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Green's checked in. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Clippers trail by 3. The putback, and Green is right there.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Brunson against Beverly. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Mavericks have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Down low. Here's Shamet. And it's all evened up.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
And here's Brunson. It's blocked. It's a tie game in Dallas. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. And guys, for the Mavericks, Kenny, how'd you see it?
Well, you've got to love the work that deserves it.
And
as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the power forward position. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Here's Finney Smith. Cans it from downtown. Finney Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Over in the corner, Beverly. Zubac trying to break loose. And Patrick Beverly good for three.
No hesitation in the catch-and-shoot situation. Patrick Beverly ready to shine.
Doncic dishes to Powell. Out to Doncic. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Morris against Porzingis. Got a piece of it. 6 on the shot clock. George passes to Morris. That gives them the lead. Morris has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Outside, Porzingis. Wants to get it to Doncic, and does.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Curry's checked in. And then for the Clippers, Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Marcus Morris. Harrell finds Beverly. Back to Harrell. On the wing, George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Harrell missing.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Porzingis, and he uses the glass on the layup. Porzingis has got the game tied up here for the Mavs. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Right side Curry. From past the arc. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Harrell, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Outside for Curry. Pass to Finney Smith. 6 to shoot. Count it from 12.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Left side, George. Back to Harrell. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Looking to end his cold spell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Shamet the pass to Harrell. Second chance shot. They shoot again. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Wright. That's good from Harrell.
Boy, what you appreciate nightly about Montrezl Harrell is he leaves nothing on the floor. This guy plays with ferocity, with energy, and he's turned himself into a legitimate threat.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Kleba kicks to Hardaway. Over Morris. Kleba, the pass to Powell. Great D that time from Harrell.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Maxi Kleba is out there with Hardaway. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Powell in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Clippers leading by 9. Williams finds Harrell. Out to Morris. He's looking for Harrell and finds him. Back to Morris. They get a hand on it. To the left side wing. The 17-footer. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the right side. Brunson with a clean look. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
To the inside. Zubats against Powell. Zubats the pass to Morris. The Mavericks pull it in.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Curry gets the bucket.
I think he's adding more toughness to his game, and it's great to see Seth Curry stick with it and finish strong.
Here's Zubats, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And he makes the first. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And so he makes both from the line.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleba grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleba texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
Shamet with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Zubats kicks to Shamet. Back to Zubats. He dishes it to Morris. Over in the corner, Williams. Back to Morris. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
You get the sense Marcus Morris, this close, says, I can score on anyone.
And Curry, here we go. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubats has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Outside for Curry. No good with the triple. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. Morris passes to Leonard. Shoots from the line, and there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Leonard. Morris has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers. Dallas now running out of time. Curry dishes to Hardaway. Makes it off the glass.
Boy, this guy just finds ways to score. Tim Hardaway Jr. able to finish with contact.
Leonard with no one around. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Zubac kicks to Williams. Back to Zubac. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Williams passes to Zubac. Banked in off the glass. Zubac has got 4 this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Los Angeles.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
They certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game from Montrezl Harrell.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And so it's Dallas with it. They trail by 14. Marjanovic passes to Jackson.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
The kick out to Wright. And the pass to Marjanovic. Green inside.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy to come into an opponent's building. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident than they do right now. And we've got...
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.J. McCollum.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Los Angeles, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. Here's Leonard, and it's sent back by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. And finished off by Nurkic.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. I mean, when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down. Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Lillard attacking, drops it in from 14 feet away.
I like watching Lillard shoot when he's in rhythm. He's superb at switching from dribbling to shooting in the blink of an eye.
Pass to Zubac. Dishes to George.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
It's his first trip to the line.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Nobody near Lillard. From outside, off the mark.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Leonard the pass to Zubac. In the corner, George with it. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Kicks it out to Leonard. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And that one is good from Zubac.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
The drive by Nurkic. And the rejection by Zubac. And stolen by Ariza. Three-pointer. The shot that time, not on target. Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And Nurkic gets it to go.
And the touch Nurkic has inside. I mean, I love seeing him be aggressive and look to get his shot from there.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Offensive rebound. Nurkic tries again, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Zach Collins checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Hood subbed in for McCullough. The three ball kept alive. Here's Whiteside. Over to the wing. Passed a little. Three-pointer on the way. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 5. Shamet kicks to Green. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin. You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Shamet the pass to Green, and it's blocked. Whiteside Hood, 16 feet away. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And this is a shot Hood makes consistently. All he needs is breathing room, and the rest is easy.
To halt the run. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Trailblazers leading by 9. Here's Trent. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Green deciding where to go with it. And there's the pass to Shamet. To the middle. Williams finds Green, and Whiteside sends it back.
Well, because of Whiteside's instincts and awareness, he can pretty much block anything in his proximity.
The Trailblazers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with. And a bounce-back season for Whiteside. Got the minutes he wanted with Portland and showed he could still be an impact player.
Yeah, he showed he's still a monster when it comes to blocks and rebounds. This year will be the most telling with Whiteside. He got a new deal. I want to see if he keeps pushing himself or reverts to lazy play.
Outside Jackson. To the paint. Here's Green. Harrell trying to free himself up.
You gotta respect the effort from Hood right there. He's doing his best to make things difficult for whoever he's on.
And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Here are the 5. Portland has to start the second quarter. Collins is out there with Little. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Trent in at the point.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Leonard. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Shamet. Down low. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And he overshot that one, missing.
Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Back to Harrell. Now, here's Shamet. Covered by Hood. Shamet kicks to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Back to Shamet. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Hood. Trailblazers leading by 18. Outside Collins. Outside Hood. From outside the arc. Trailblazers keep it alive. The shot, no good. Clippers have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. George with no one around. And a miss there on the triple. Trailblazers leading by 16. And a deep three from Lillard. Portland no good that time either. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Dives for it. It's stolen by Anthony. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the rejection by Zubac. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Morris passes to George. Shoots. Zubac trying to break loose. Offline from the top of the key. Portland's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And George kicks to Zubac. Nurkic with the double team. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Green's checked in. Morris outside. Los Angeles with another miss.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up, but I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Beverly for three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Portland leading by 18. Here's McCollum. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Beverly for three. Offensive rebound.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip end.
Trailblazers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And Nurkic gets it to go.
Very capable of knocking it down from the mid-range. Nurkic is a guy you must stay tight on.
Here's Lillard. Green with the rebound.
And his scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead anyway.
And for Portland, they're shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Took him no time at all on that one. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
He's taken 5 shots this quarter and only hit 1. I mean, you got to say ouch to that.
Green left side. He kicks it to Morris. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard again missing.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
What about the vision of Ariza just slashing the D apart with his passing?
Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And both free throws good for Green. 8 seconds left here in the second. And here's McCollum for 3. Here's Trent. Excellent D there from George.
The D hanging.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to... After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are completely in control of the game. And that does it for our half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
We've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubac in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
To the inside, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Here's Los Angeles now. Zubac finds Beverley. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. George looking over the floor. Feeds it to Harrell. And stolen by Ariza. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Cranes the jumper to finish the break. McCollum's got 6 points.
Oh, McCollum, he's a threat in transition. He excels at leaking out, and then he knows where to run in the open floor.
And Trevor Ariza, a different player now than he once was, but during his prime, he was as athletic as anybody on the floor.
You can say that again, GA. And he's done a good job adjusting his game as he's grown older. He went from mostly a slasher to a 3-and-D player. I mean, it's allowed him to have a lengthy career. Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting to second chances.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Los Angeles. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Zach Collins checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Rodney Hood subbed in for C.J. McCollum.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Morris outside, out to the right wing. Beverley wide open. No good from outside.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
Harrell, the pass to Leonard. Yep, it counts. He's got 7.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. That's good from Collins on the assist by Lillard.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Morris. Plays it up and banks it in. Morris has got his first points in this one.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Lillard way outside. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Williams comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Harrell. Just his first attempt. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Jackson kicks to Williams. Inside, Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And don't sleep on Williams's ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Lillard from outside. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Williams dishes to Harrell. Back to Williams. Outside Jackson. The tray. Portland grabs the miss. And now here comes Collins leading the break. There's 49 seconds left in the third. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, although he's young, Collins has already proven to be very polished. I mean, it'll be fascinating to watch this guy continue to develop.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Harrell, and it's Paul George in for Kawhi Leonard. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had one before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
Nurkic checked in for Portland, and Whiteside stays right with it.
Amongst the best hitting the offensive glass, Whiteside can pile up those second chance points.
Williams passes to Green. Back to Williams. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Trent. Puts up a three. It's good from long range. Trent's got 8.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
And everyone knows Lou Will can score. But there, great job with that drop-off. Sweet dime.
Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And George kicks to Zubac. Jackson passes to Green. Off target with the open look. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. It's the Trailblazers. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Swanigan is out there with Hazonia. And it's Simons in at the 1. Magruder passes to Mann. The shake. And McCollum with the block. And he gets it back. Now the pass to Zubac. Here's Magruder. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. It's McCollum on the wing. Fires from deep. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Green kicks to Jackson. Green passes to Magruder. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And the basket is good. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And a wide open look for Hood. A 3-pointer, no good.
Now, he hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Passes it to Mann, and it's Zubac atop the key. Here's Shamet. Los Angeles with another miss. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Hood for 3. sinks the triple.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
The three. Trailblazers keep it alive. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. And here's McCollum for three. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound for Los Angeles. They've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Here's Patterson. Count it, good.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Lillard from outside knocks down the three ball.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the three or risk the blow by.
Here's Magruder, right wing. Pass to Leonard. And here is Zubac to the wing right side. Man can't hit. Lillard scanning the floor. No good on the three. Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Man passes to Magruder. Here's Man to the inside. Zubac. Great D that time from Nurkic.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Portland.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Damian Lillard.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Leonard, the pass to Man, stolen by McCollum. And a deep three from Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Takes the 13-footer, and it's Portland with the rebound. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. From downtown, and it's Lillard again missing. And here's Los Angeles. And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
He dialed that one up from long distance.
Lillard's so focused, even from way outside. He knows he can still make these shots.
Patterson passes to Leonard. Here's Zubac. Trying to get something going. No good there. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming through the tunnel with a lot of style and confidence. There's a look.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. So the Nets starting five. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. And for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. Now here is George. Passes it to Beverly. And here is Zubac. Back to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Shot clock at 5. Morris into the lane. Zubac finds Morris. Allen with the rebound.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it. Boy, I like this young man, Jared Allen. He's still working to find consistency in his offensive game. He's a really good leaper and finishes at the rim, protects the rim. But his strength right now, which will always be his strength, I think, is his defense. He's outstanding at that end of the floor.
Durant with it. Guarded now by Morris. And finished off by KD.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And Clark, with Allen, he's still young, and the comfort on offense has yet to really find him.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he's really scratching the surface there, Greg. I mean, this kid is he only played 1 year in college. He's shown you that he can defend at a high level, and he looks like he's a worker, so I think his offensive game will ultimately catch up with his defense.
Back to Morris. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Irving double team. The wide open look for Durant. His 3-pointers off the mark. Clippers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Beverly. Zubac in the post. Working on Allen. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Irving finds Durant. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. LeVert with it. Guarded now by Morris. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
Zubac, the pass to Beverly. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Back to Zubac. On the wing, Morris. Clock at 6. The shot from the low post is good. Morris has got his 2nd basket of the night. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are the guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. So it's Brooklyn now, following the miss by Montrezl Harrell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Brooklyn.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Now, here is Irving. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Here's Harrell, trailing by 5. Jackson in the corner. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well-suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Now here is Harris. Rebounded by Jackson.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's blocked. 36 seconds left to play here in the first. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And without a doubt, Taurean Prince comes in looking for his shot. At times, however, he can have tunnel vision.
You know, Greg, it's funny you say that because I like to think of it more as selective seeing, and he wants to see the basket more than he sees his teammates. But that's not all bad for a guy like Prince. I mean, you know, some teams actually need a player who's aggressively looking to score at all times. And I think ultimately, though, it'll limit his usage if he can't become a better distributor of the ball as well.
Now here's Green. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And again, it's the Clippers missing. On the wing, Irving. Over Jackson. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's Brooklyn, bringing the quarter to a close with us. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind of an...
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Green is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Williams. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Harrell in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And it's Green missing. Nets leading by 10. Here's Luwawu, and he banks in the layup. Luwawu's got 7.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Green. It's stolen by Harris. Luwawu, the pass to Dinwiddie, and that one drops. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 14 now for Brooklyn.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And the Nets with possession. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now.
Whoa! Watch out now.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. Good work there as it goes. He's got 6.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now here is Harris. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Jackson against Dinwiddie. Jackson kicks to Williams. And the wide open shot from Green. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And with those points, he's able to stop a 15-0 run by Brooklyn.
Dinwiddie against Jackson. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Prince. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And the rejection by Harrell. Now the Clippers moving it up. Shamet finds Green. Harrell trying to free himself up. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Luwawu. Good on the shot. Luwawu's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Yes, that goes in.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Here's Luwawu. He's guarded by Williams. Shoots. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Harrell's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Williams can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Morris is checked in for Jermichael Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. The Nets also changing it up. Allen's checked in for Taurean Prince. Kevin Durant comes in for Harris. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Dinwiddie.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
He gets that one.
I love the activity. George is not just a perimeter player, folks. You can depend on him down low, too.
Durant, the pass to LeVert. Back to Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand. And
thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by. And that's.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but You know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Durant, no good. The Clippers shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. George against KD. Now, here is Morris. And Leonard has it in the corner. There's the pass to Zubac. That one's not going to go. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Outside Jordan. It's Allen on the wing. Here's Dinwiddie. It's hauled in by Beverly. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Leonard finds George. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Zubac. Excellent D there from Allen.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And then Durant with the jam.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
And guys, Karis LeVert can do so much while he's on the basketball floor. The problem for LeVert is just staying on the basketball floor.
Yeah, injuries have really slowed him down the last couple of years, Greg, and it's unfortunate because this kid's an outstanding player. He gets it done in every way as a wing scorer. He can make plays, he can defend, he can score the ball. LeVert says he tries to model his game after Penny Hardaway, and if he can stay healthy, I don't think that comparison's too far off.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Boy, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Williams, he's checked in for Morris. Harris.
Oh my
great
goodness! That was special. Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You've just got to marvel at his greatness.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. Here's Irving. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Free throw no good for Irving.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
George finds Leonard. Arrow high post. On the wing, Jackson. Outside, George. Leonard attacking. Oh!
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
And guys, something every team strives for is getting points off of turnovers, and they've done that here in both halves.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Landry Shamet comes in for George. Here's Harrell. Williams. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. Harold drives in.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Here's Irving. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got his second bucket tonight.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And the shot goes in. And it's 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Green. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets going to the break, holding an enormous. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Andrew Shamet is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Green, and it's Magruder in at the 2-guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. 5 to shoot. Here's Patterson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Patterson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers. Crawford left side. To the middle. And Allen slams it in.
How about that, throwing it down? Allen oozes energy and teammates feed off of it.
The putback, Allen with the rebound. And for Brooklyn, their shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, he's a career journeyman, but Garrett Temple's well respected in that locker room, and smart vet who can play decent defense and gives you some quality minutes.
Well, what an example Garrett Temple is for guys that may not come into the league with a lot of notoriety. Man, he just is highly respected because he's smart, he's tough, he's about the team, he's always ready. I mean, he very well could end up being an outstanding coach at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happens.
Crawford against Zubac.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Got a piece of it. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. It's good.
Like how Beverly takes on challenges. This guy's a pit bull in his competitiveness. Aggressive at shooting over the defense, even when they're all in him.
Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. To the paint. And there's the bucket from Magruder. Magruder's got his first points of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Temple can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Green. They grab their own miss. A second chance effort. They swipe it. Down low. Johnson kicks to Temple. Here's Crawford. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist, and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simply.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Nets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Jordan finds Johnson. The Nets working the ball around now. We've got 1:28 left in the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Brooklyn.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for KD.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Count that one.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Man passes to Zubac. Ball's knocked loose. To the paint. Kicks it out to Crawford. Here's Temple. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Mann. And that one is off. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And slam dunk by Allen.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
Well, he couldn't help himself. Couldn't resist. That really was a spectacular play.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Crawford outside. Here's Mann. He's guarded by Johnson. And there's the bucket from Magruder.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Johnson with it from deep three-point range, off the mark. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The view high above our broadcast. And with
good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. Now, here's George. Here's Finney-Smith. Doncic feeling it out. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. From down in the low post, it goes. Doncic has got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Mavs. And here is Powell. Outside, Porzingis. And it's off from three-point range.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here's Powell. Following the basket by Marcus Morris. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
George. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night.
And the body control on display there. Doncic looking determined to finish no matter the contact.
Los Angeles shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
And so he hits both.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
Doncic against Zubac. Doncic passes to Powell. Outside Hardaway. It's not going to go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Left side, George. And they pick up 2.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
Leonard with the steal. Beverly finds George. Out to Morris. Back to George. Clippers moving the ball around. Zubac the pass to George. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Dallas no good that time either.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Morris no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
And just wanting it more there. You gotta like seeing Porzingis beat everyone to the spot in the open floor.
Here's Morris following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Porzingis has the open look. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
A knockdown shooter, really from anywhere on the floor. Porzingis knows he has the green light to fire from there.
And Beverly kicks to George. You know, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Porzingis finds Powell. Back to Porzingis. Here's Doncic. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there. The Clippers in the lead. On the wing, Morris. The three. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Morris has got 5.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Doncic. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Morris. Nice move. The Mavericks pull it in. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Clippers ahead. They lead by 2. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
Williams is out there with Jackson. And it's Green. Then there's Landry Shamet. And Harrell's in at the center, locking down the middle. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
Continuing to polish his offensive skill set, Harrell's become a go-to scorer from this range.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA, just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Curry passes to Kleba. Back to Curry. Just 5 to shoot. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Jackson finds Harrell. Outside Williams. Pass to Harrell. To the middle and stolen by Cauley Stein. Now here's Wright. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Williams, trailing by 2. To the inside. It's deflected. Curry with the steal. Brunson with it. Now guarded by Harrell. Wright outside. Outside Curry. From deep. Curry on the wing. The shot misses. And the Clippers will come the other way. Inside, Jackson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jackson's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
This is what you get from Reggie Jackson now. Powering through contact and has the focus to complete the play.
Right down low. He's covered by Shamet. They get the rebound. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Harrell, the pass to Shamet. Back to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Here's Cauley Stein. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different. that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
On the wing, Hardaway. 1:44 left now here in the second. Shoots over Shamet. And the shot is long. Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Outside for Jackson. Back to Green. The feed to Harrell. To the inside. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Dallas shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Runs in the pass to Kleba. We've got 1:08 left in the first half of basketball. And that one hits back iron. And for the Clippers, they're shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. And no good on the shot. Trying to follow through after the contact, but he'll shoot 2 at the line instead.
The burst of Jackson makes him a hard guy to stick with and difficult not to foul him.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Harrell. Leonard comes in for Green. Paul George is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleba. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. George double teamed. Here's Leonard, and it's blocked. Curry with a wide open look, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. The Clippers trail. Changes up, and the layup good by Leonard.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Mavericks have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Curry's shot is good. Powell against Morris. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Back to Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were always within striking distance. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in its small forward. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
All free throws good from Doncic. Clippers trail by 4. George passes to Zubac. Dishes it to Beverley. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
I like seeing Patrick Beverley attack the interior. Sometimes he becomes too perimeter oriented.
Doncic against Beverley. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Now Doncic, 12 points for him. To the paint. Powell, that's good. Powell's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
George passes to Leonard. Hardaway with the steal. Porzingis against Morris. It's stolen by Morris. 90 seconds now into the second half. And good that time.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Porzingis. Plenty of space. The offensive rebound. Up and in on the layup. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Beverly the pass to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Back to Beverly. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Beverly's got 8.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Doncic outside. The pass to Finney-Smith. He feeds it to Powell. And the rejection by Zubac. But they recover it. For the tie, in deep. Leonard drops it in. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Porzingis inside. He's against Morris. On the left block. And it's Porzingis getting it to go. He's got 6.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Kleba, the pass to Cauley Stein. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
They kick it out to Green. Curry with the steal. Down low, Cauley Stein. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. 8 points for Willie Cauley Stein.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
That one falls.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Now here's Kleba. He's covered by Shamet. Passes it to Brunson. Over Williams. And he can't bank that one in. For the lead. And it's Shamet missing. And for the Mavericks, their shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Brunson finds Cauley Stein. Count that one. Cauley Stein's got 4 points this quarter.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. To the middle. Harrell against Cauley Stein. Shamet with it. 6 on the shot clock. Count it.
Landry Shamet is a skilled shooter, and his team, they need that spacing.
Brunson scanning the floor. Chalk up 2 there. And the Mavericks lead by 2. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Mavericks lead by 2. We'll be back. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Clippers shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. And they're down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Williams is out there with Jackson, and it's Shamet in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. Curry's shot is off.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Finney-Smith passes to Cauley-Stein. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's foul number 2 for him. And Los Angeles with some changes. Marcus Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. And Georgia subbed in for William. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Harrell, the pass to Leonard. Here's Finney-Smith. Inside. Here's Curry. Morris with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Harrell. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
To the inside. Here's Powell. Curry kicks to Finney-Smith. Back to Curry. Dallas moving it around. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Morris inside. Guarded by Porzingis. Morris dishes to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. And no good that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Powell inside. Harrell on him. Now here's Porzingis, covered by Morris. Here's Doncic. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
That one good for 2.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does Georgia's impact on the game.
Doncic left side. He kicks it to Curry. It's good.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see. Huge challenge at the rim. The defender could not have played that any better.
And Doncic throws it down.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Powell Powell against Morris. Porzingis with the steal. Right side Curry. Outside Porzingis. Kicks to Doncic. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant one foul.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. Back to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Morris. A three from Porzingis. No good on that one. The Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Powell finds Doncic to the right side. No good from Finney-Smith. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing here by 8. And it's George finishing it off.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Back to Powell. Lays it up off the glass. Powell's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Doncic passes to Powell. Leonard, that's for 2. Again, the Clippers.
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
Beverley wide open. The putback, it drops.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. A truly gutsy. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.